Now, going over to the political part podcast, you have DeSantis saying he will not remove his name from the Colorado ballot, unlike Vivek. Now, this is actually coming from, let's see here, a little bit of a technical faux pas. This is coming a couple days after you had the Colorado Supreme Court saying that they will actually, instead of allowing the people to choose who will become the Republican nominee and subsequent president, perhaps, they're going to say, well, we're going to remove that decision. We're gonna take Trump's name off the ballot. And Vivek was very quick. He was right on point. He was the first one to come out and say, you know what? I'm going to take my name off because this isn't democracy. And he urged, a very smart move on the political chessboard, he urged the other candidates to actually drop as well. Now, partially, I think he knew that they're too selfish to do so, and subsequently, none of them have. And again, I'm not too surprised. And let's see here. Oh, that'll be fascinating to see. I wonder. I don't know if he was too embarrassed by this to delete it. Let me see here. Speaking in Iowa, what else is he doing? Oklahoma. Claiming to want to drain the swamp. 19. DeSantis. Did they take it down? Talking about the border. Saying he's going to drain the swamp. How is this not there anymore? Let's see here. I wonder if he deleted it. Let's see. If Trump loses, he will say. Let's see here. All right, so I was able to find the clip, but it's let's see here. I was able to find the clip, but it's on another profile. So this one actually comes from Benny Johnson, and he says, quote, after Vivek Ramaswamy announced he would remove himself from the Colorado primary if Donald Trump was not on the ballot, Ron DeSantis says he will not do the same. And this looks like it's originally reported on Newsmax. And again, I'm not a doctor, but if you click the subscribe button, it may help with my enunciation and my speaking ineptitudes. Again, there are very few guarantees in life. I'm not saying it's 100% it'll work. However, if you look at the first videos I made, the newer ones are a lot better in terms of the speaking ineptitudes and trying to slow down my rate of speech. So perhaps it is working. Just saying, can't hurt to click the button. Now again, this comes from Newsmax. This got, within 24 hours, got 321,000 views and 2.1 thousand likes. This is again from Benny Johnson. And without further ado,
and real quick, fellow GOP 2024 presidential candidate Vivek Ramaswamy saying he will remove himself from the Colorado ballot unless Trump's eligibility is restored. Would you do the same?
No, I think that's just playing into the left. I think the case will get overturned by the Supreme Court, but I've qualified for all the ballots. I'm competing in all the states, and I'm going to accumulate the delegates necessary. That's the whole name of the game in this situation. But I do anticipate that decision was political and will get reversed.
All right, Governor Ron DeSantis, thank you so much for joining me this afternoon.
that smile is so... I don't know. It's probably a close battle in terms of who has the most awkward smile. I venture to say his smile is more awkward than mine. It'd be a close race, I'll be honest. But yeah, that final smile at the end of the video, it's not great. But nevertheless, and lost opportunity. You can't see his high-heeled boots that he may or may not be allegedly wearing. But nevertheless, they got 321,000 views and 2.1 thousand likes. And I can't help but think most of the comments they probably going to be pejorative and going to be against Ron DeSantis. But let's dive in and find out. Let's see here. Marjorie Taylor Greene press release parody account says, quote, what a backstabbing snake, unquote, getting 253 likes. Peacemo says, quote, hey Alexa, how do you kill your career? Alexa, ask Ron DeSantis, unquote. They got 217 likes. Sam J says, quote, DeSantis has been convinced by someone that Trump will be take out of... I will attempt to read it as it is written. Grammar be damned. So I'll restart. Sam J says, quote, DeSantis has been convinced by someone that has Trump will be taken out of the way and he will be made the next president. He has been ill-advised and has ruined his career, unquote. Got 206 likes. One bad dude says, quote, Ron is trash and his political career is over. He might as well be a Democrat. He seems swampy, unquote. Got 134 likes. Red Wave Press, who I guess a name for marketing, their profile picture is in effect a picture of a red wave. And Red Wave Press again says, quote, and the issue is, unlike Vivek, DeSantis is running to win, not be a part of Trump's cabinet, unquote. They got 99 likes. And it looks to be one of the first positive comments, so they're starting to creep to the surface. Brick Suit says, quote, but first, and it zooms in on DeSantis just licking his lips and then trying to smile, which, again, I look awkward as hell, so I don't think that's that, but I'm not going to critique him too much on that regard. Yeah, it did get 73 likes, though. Unfiltered Boss says, quote, good, DeSantis doesn't virtue signal, unquote. Getting 71 likes, but, I mean, a big part of DeSantis and why a lot of people like him is that he fought the culture war. He did several actions while, I guess he technically still is the governor of Florida, that I think a lot of people would say that's partially virtue signaling. Perhaps this person is trying to clarify that, well, yeah, that's an interesting take. Let me know if you disagree with that. Huh. All right. Fawad Rehman says, quote, I would say Ron DeSantis, Chris Christie, and Nikki should follow Vivek Ron DeSantis. Bold step. I got 17 likes. Let's see here. Andrew Henson says, quote, hashtag Ron DeSantis. Dang, you just lost. You're doing to anyway. But you had a chance to care about America and its democracy, and you proved who you are, and I'm glad it's now out in the public for good, unquote. Got 21 likes. Unauthorized Narrative says, quote, well, this is what DeSantis was hoping for all along, unquote. They got 48 likes. Bernie Bront says, quote, of course not. All he cares about is his political ambitions, not our republic, unquote. They got 32 likes. So interestingly enough, yeah, it's a slightly worse ratio than usual, which is saying something. Now, granted, this is Ron DeSantis' specific page. I'm not too surprised that he isn't actually boldly putting this out there or pinning this through his profile. But, yeah, usually when it comes to the subject of Ron DeSantis, it's maybe 60-40 split, 60% of the responses being more positive and 40% being more negative. But in this case, as youth might say, it was ratioed. Oh, that's a terrible snap. Let me redo that. I was like, oh, really? Twice in a row? Third time's a charm, some might say. There we go. That's slightly better. 3 times in a row, a little bit better. But, yeah, definitely not good for DeSantis. I don't know who wants to win by a technicality, or in some people might argue unconstitutionality, but it'll be interesting to see if this changes people's perception of DeSantis, because I think this clip will go even more viral as the time frame continues. Let me know in the comments, does this change your opinion of DeSantis? Does it increase your perception of him? Are you more likely to vote for him in the Republican primary? Or are you less likely to vote for him and your opinion of him actually has decreased? Be fascinating to hear what you have to say. Thank you everyone again for taking the time to tune in today. Again, we're trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of December. So if you could click that button, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, leaving a comment and a thumbs up is a great way to give me some additional feedback on how I can specifically improve the quality of the show, as I ever increasingly try to focus on enunciating more, slowing down my pace of speech, as that has been feedback that I know is something I need to work on. Also, and lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.